How you doing? I'm Manon. I'm the product manager for the Seaboard ride from a company called ROLI from East London. It's a 25-key controller that we are releasing just as of October the 9th. It's going to be the first expressive MIDI Bluetooth controller on the market, £599, and it's really something that is sort of the first of its kind for this price range. We have this 25 key wave layout where we've replaced kind of the binary on-off keys of a regular keyboard with this continuous silicon surface. The advantage of the silicon surface as well is that we can have these 5 dimensions of touch to sound. So we have strike for velocity, we've got glide for what is normally matched to pitch bend or any parameter that you choose. We have this vertical control modulation called slide on each individual key as well. We have polyphonic aftertouch, which you may be familiar with from other keyboards. And we have what we call lift, so the actual velocity of note off. Now with all of those dimensions of touch, it's amazing what you can do with sound design, playing acoustic instruments, synth sounds, but really just designing really new sounds and new sound interaction worlds as well. So it's really kind of unlimited possibilities as to what you can do with this kind of technology.
So this is technology that comes from your flagship Seaboard brand, and it's the same kind of principle of mechanics and the materials that go into it, right?
Absolutely. So we wanted to kind of maintain the quality, so you still get this kind of sturdy aluminium chassis. You have the same and slightly improved, I'd say, silicon that we've been working on.
Yeah, this has got sort of edges on it rather than round.
Exactly. So because it's a controller keyboard, we wanted to make sure that we catered for punching in drums and tracking across multiple instruments. The Seaboard Grand is a great instrument in its own right for virtuosic play, but with this one we wanted to make sure that if you're punching in drums on a track, for example, you can take these faders down, lose all of the expression, and just use it like a normal MIDI controller.
So these actually will affect the amount of sensitivity for the expression.
Exactly. So these 3 faders, you can see the icons on the top. We have the horizontal axes, the kind of vertical control and pressure, and what they're doing is actually moving the sensitivity from really highly sensitive, what we call Seaboard mode, all the way down to piano mode. So you can use it like a normal MIDI controller, and you can introduce the expression as it suits you or as it suits the sound.
That's neat, because I think for some people coming straight in with all that expression, it's just too much for them.
It can be sometimes. The other thing as well that we've kind of introduced on this model is we've flattened the top of the keys, you might see. So for people who aren't as musical as the guys who might be using the Grand, you can find the top of a note and you can play that kind of square note if you want to. So it really is kind of catered for everybody from the bedroom producer, the enthusiast, the hobbyist, all the way through to the pro studio user or something, or a professional musician that's traveling.
So you say it's got Bluetooth MIDI. Does it do USB MIDI as well?
So it does USB MIDI. It has a sustain pedal jack. It's got USB-A to connect to an iPad or any mobile device, and it has a DC input if you want to charge it over DC.
So it's got battery power.
It has battery power. It runs MIDI over Bluetooth. The battery power is around 11 to 12 hours on a full charge. So it's really portable and ready to go. And it doesn't just play over Bluetooth, it actually spits out MIDI, so you can record straight into your DAW over Bluetooth and record 16-channel MIDI data.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
That's a lot of data to shift over Bluetooth, but I'm guessing latency is a Bluetooth inherent issue.
Well, we've got it right here. This is completely wireless, as you can see. This is controlling our software synth equator, which ships with it over Bluetooth. And you can see, all the axes of control I'm spitting out with very, very minimal latency. So it's really kind of portable, ready to go, and it's great for any environment. You can probably see on the marketing campaign we've got people out in the park, people out on grass, people in the studio. So it's something that we think people will take with them, hopefully.
I mean, so one thing people are going to say is like, okay, it's a 25-key controller. It's quite expensive and it's got no moving parts. So how would you counter that if people were thinking about it?
Well, it's £599 retail, $799 in the US. I mean, if you have a look at some of the other sort of medium to high-end controllers on the market for £499 for a 25 key, the likes of NI Complete Control, for example, I think this is really packing a punch when you compare it to some of the kind of closed environments. And the reason why is because it doesn't just work great with Equator, which we've modeled for it. You can really bring out the best of other sound engines that you may already have. It works great with, you know, Contact and Omnisphere and all the favorites that people love, but also with virtually every major DAW as well.
So what about set? Because I mean, obviously this multi-dimensional, polyphonic expression is quite a complex thing to address in the instrument world.
Yeah.
How do people set up maybe something that they like that doesn't support out of the box? Are there ways to route MIDI to make it work the way you want to?
Yeah, so I mean, we definitely have support for, you know, things like Contact. There are ways of setting it up very easily, very quickly, that allow you to spit out over 10 MIDI channels for each finger, and Contact can be set up with a simple rack format that allows you to, you know, to kind of manipulate that data. So there are many ways to kind of get other synths to work. But ultimately, the big mission is to make expressive MIDI a real standard.
Yeah.
And the likes of Apple with Logic 10.2, Cubase, Bitwig, a whole host of people that we've been working directly with have already adopted this, and it's already available and you know, feature ready.
So you're confident that there's going to be more people put it on? I mean, because I guess as a software developer, it's probably not too difficult to implement this level of expressivity just watching what's coming on the MIDI.
Absolutely, it's not difficult, but also we're making it a lot easier. I don't know if everybody would be aware, but ROLI recently acquired a C++ framework called Juice, which is big in the audio industry and a real favorite for developers of the audio industry. And we'll be making MPE or expressive MIDI literally a tick of a box away within Juice. So all the guys who are currently using Juice, which is, you know, I'd say close to 50% of all audio tools in the market, are really gonna benefit from it straight out of the box. And we think with this coming onto the market for $599, I really think it's going to be something that a lot more people are going to be demanding of their software and of their instruments.
One thing. What is this? Is this a trackpad or is it pitch and mod?
Yeah, so what we have here is we have these three touch faders which control the expression, but also if you click this button, they're now assignable MIDI faders. Right. And the same with the trackpad, it's an assignable XY pad. So you can see in Equator, as I'm controlling it, I can use it as a modulation source. So I can like click on it and I can modulate any parameter from this XY pad now. And as I move this XY pad, you'll see the actual course of this oscillator also modulating. So everything on this surface you can assign to any modulation, sorry, any parameter to modulate any parameter within the Equator synth.
So when are we going to see these in the stores? Are they shipping now?
So we're taking pre-orders right now. We launched on September the 9th. You can pre-order from our website and all popular online stores. They'll be hitting the stores from October 9th. We'll be shipping from October 9th. And it's priority for our pre-order list.
Thank you very much.
All right, no problem. Thanks very much, guys.